Hello guys, I'm Bolero and I'm changing this up to a little bit more seriousness. So I've made a new project and this is it. I am the CreepyPasta Riddler is what my name is. Very original, whatever. The only name I could think of. This is the very first episode of what I do. I know that all or most of the creepypasta is fake and untrue. However, does it not make a good story to try and dig deep into? No. I just want to dig deep into every single creepypasta story that there is. Find all the gaping holes that makes it proof that it's fake or proof that it's interesting, you know. But for the first episode of the CreepyPasta Riddler, I'm going to uncover the untrue story of Ben, also known as the haunted Majora's Mask cartridge. So in my own words, I'm going to describe what Ben is. Ben, the story Ben, is a psychological horror story that was posted on the paranormal section of 4chan.org, which is a website I do not recommend visiting, reasons I am not indulging into. The story starts off about a sophomore describing that he recently started college and that he says a friend gave him a Nintendo 64 to play on. He explains on how he's stoked and that he can't wait to play all the games from his youth that he hasn't touched in a while. He describes about how he had a controller in the game but ends up saying that he eventually gets bored of it and, you know, while beggars can't be choosers, you know, he goes and gets some other games. So he decides to drive around a few neighborhoods, hitting up a few local garage sales. He was satisfied with the games he picked up and the 2 controllers he got. So he gets in his car and goes ahead to leave the neighborhood until he sees the last house, a house that grasps his attention. He decides to pull up and have a look at the house. He asks if he has any Nintendo 64 games to the old man who is selling. The old man brings a box out full of games, but none of them look eye-catching and enjoyable until he sees a Majora's Mask cartridge. It seemed odd, however. It had the normal grey cartridge, but had Majora written on with black marker. Really, the old man gives the cartridge to Jadusable for free. With a pleasing smile, he returns home. When he loaded up the game, there was a save file loaded Ben. In memory of the game and where it came from, he leaves a file there and makes a new game with the spare file. He got a bit nervy, he said. The NPCs would call him Ben instead of Link. But he thought it was a game error glitch, until he deletes the Ben file from the game. Next, Jadusable goes for the 4th day glitch. I'm gonna cut this here, or this will go on forever, the description of what happened, but things kinda got creepy, if that's what you could describe it. The game felt lonely. The game was already lonely, Majora's Mask, without getting hacked into or mixed up, but the game felt a lot lonelier and a lot more eerier. He tried to fight the Skull Kid, but every time he tried to do something to the Skull Kid, he would eventually get burned to death in a graphic way. That's not really representing Nintendo 64 and the Zelda game all around. He then gets followed by this weird statue and it just follows him around respawning. Lines would come up saying you shouldn't have done that, Ben drowned, and other crazy weird stuff. If you read the whole story, which in the link in the description will be there of course, you can get the full feel of this creepypasta. So to start off my digging into this story, I want to start off with the changes that happen when he does the 4th day glitch. The main thing I realised is the reverse song of healing. It stands out, but what never made sense is the reverse song of healing is Saria's song note-wise. So if you reverse the notes, it should be resembling Saria's song, and to me, in the song, I can hear it. Just a nice little fact, and here's the song. Another reason is the weird statue that respawns quite a lot of all over places. What is it? It wasn't scary, it just wasn't normal in how it was designed in the game. Why does it look like a lot like Link? I mean, a lot of people believe it resembles Ben in some way, but no one has seen what Ben looks like, and the statue looks too much like Link. Just a more pixelated version mixed with some bad fan art to me. If the place was so glitched up, why didn't any of the buildings change? I mean, I didn't see any change. You could only see that the floor disappeared and it was black and there was a respawning statue. This can easily be done on an emulator and a bit of graphic editing and all. I highly doubt that Jadusable is capable of doing this when he can write a story that's as good as this. I believe he can make a game graphic glitched all up. So that's what I think. Now obviously this story is fake, but I'm backing up my statements as everyone should in these kind of discussions or topics. Let's get into the clues of Ben is what I like to dig deep in. On the video uploaded to Jadusable's YouTube channel named HBISREAL spaced, kind of means HB is real. Now I do not know what HB stands for, and I'm not going to get into it because in this story there's so much spread out, there's so much that's been, you know, added on. HB could mean anything. It could hi Ben there, you know, it could mean that. But it was uploaded on the 27th of February of 2011. It shows something that I can only describe as ending credits with 4:09 PM. He writes, making me play the game again. Now what's making him play the game? Is Ben or Calibri, who is meant to be an opposing force of Ben and apparently is the only one who can save us all, and is contacting Jadusable via the computer or anything internet related, forcing him to defeat Ben in some kind of form. In the game perhaps becomes a one-off-one of him and Ben. After the word again, it says it tells me. Now obviously it is an object or something that is unknown. We don't know who Ben is nor Calibri. Or is it the computer? And if so, who is sending these messages through the computer? Again, is it Calibri or Ben? Or is it something we don't know? Which could be a big gaping hole in this story and add up everything. Anyways, it goes on to say at 6:23 PM the words are mixed up in together and kind of merged. It makes it unable to read with the naked eye. It seems as Jadusable merged it together on purpose, but cleverly he did it to make one word seem to stand out. Drowned. Now how did Ben get drowned? I have no idea how or where he got drowned or who this Ben person is. Apparently the grandson of the old man. But how did he get drowned? Did he commit suicide? Did the game influence him? Was there something in the game when he did something in the game particularly that made him feel suicidal? Or, you know, sending brainwaves like the supposed Lavender Town song? We will not know. Never know. Yet. 8:25 PM, Jadusable writes, something's appeared, but it's not like the other. No. Again, is this Calibri, or is the two kinds of Ben? I mean, if it's Calibri, Calibri is being described as the opposite of Ben, so is Calibri appearing in the game? I mean, the picture of Calibri is, I don't see how he can be a good person, but whatever. So, if there's two kinds of Ben, the statues randomly appear. I mean, he says something's appeared, so if something's randomly appearing, is it another kind of statue? Is it a new kind of statue that is good? Is it a helpful statue? I mean, because the other one seems to do nothing but just annoy you and kind of freak you out. So, is this one good? Or could it be bad? Because this one did nothing good or bad. Is Calibri the helpful guy? I mean, Ben didn't seem so helpful now, did he? Is Calibri guiding him through the game? Is there any signs? Is there anything we missed in the videos? Next on 9:39 PM, summary of children.wmv playthrough. Now this makes no sense until the background vaguely shows something, a bunch of numbers. They are 01101001111001101101101101100. It goes on. The whole number combination will be in the description, but it's too long for me to say, and I'll end up messing it up, and the combination will go wrong. So, could this be a link to what the children.wmv is? Some kind of code? Could the numbers translate into sort of code, and if the code is like a written code, an English code that, you know, but I don't see how it is, because the numbers repeat in a pattern almost. It's like me making a pattern that it's 121112 is the code for yes, and I just put 121112 500 times. It would be 500 yeses. So I think it's not really standing out anything. I think it's kind of there to throw you off track, because as soon as I saw it, I was pausing the video. I wanted to know what that thing was. I was googling it all up, but you know, I could be wrong. Then there's movement with the camera around the house. I believe it seems very animation-y, and the camera moves kind of weird and slowly. I don't see how someone could do this with the hand. Is it edited? I mean, if you could edit the Majora's Mask and make this story so well written, I think he could do this as well, you know, make it so flowable. But I don't think there should be a connection except from what's in the house. I watched it back and I could only point an odd thing out, and there's a lot of pictures in the house. There's a TV looking thing with two men in a car, and this kind of freaked me out. If you stop the video, the face looks disfigured. I mean, yeah, you can tell that it's not a normal face. It's not like a, you know, you could go look at Brad Pitt's face, and it resembles nothing of Brad Pitt's face. I don't know why Brad Pitt's face came to me first, but all I can say is that it looks kind of freaky, and the picture and the video should all be up there. Then there's a little outro line, and it says, "Clear my thoughts, try again." Is he telling us to look at the video again with a clear mind? Anyways, moving on. Now on the video named 2, uploaded by Jadusable on November the 8th of 2010, there's just one line through the whole video, which is, "No one came." Now I can only make one connection about this whole thing, and it is the time length of the video, exactly 43.00 seconds. If you look at every single one of Jadusable's videos, at the time 2 minutes 43 seconds, it goes day 4, which equals you've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? Ben equals him turning into Zora Link. Drowned equals you shouldn't have done that. Jadusable equals we see the statue again. Also note how 4/23 by Americans can be interpreted as a date, which is the 23rd of April. Is it the date Ben drowned, or his birthday? Did he drown on his birthday? No one came to save Ben. Ben is getting lonely. Now I wouldn't have made that connection without the YouTube user Super Raggio. That's all for that video. I pretty much covered what I can on Ben without going too much into a long video. I haven't found anything else, just random videos of the statue that Jadusable posted. No more clues can be found quickly and efficiently by me. There's a video named Calvary.wmv. I have no idea where the video is created, assumingly from Jadusable or a fan. Anyways, the video is about, I think it's a YouTuber messaging Calvary via personal messages. There's a conversation that is obviously in low quality, I think, to block out everything. You can do this by saving as in Windows Movie Maker in a very low bit file, 200 kbps, and you have a very low bit file. The video gets interesting at the part when a statue appears massive on the computer screen and a little pop-up about the hard drive and the failures. Next what happens is a box appears saying you shouldn't have done that, with a button saying okay. A little picture comes up for a split second of a dark looking Link saying you shouldn't have done that, but looks nothing connected to this and there. It's just there, you know, to make the video better. After the little mini second of a picture, a blue screen, an error screen comes up, and afterwards, like after a time, again comes up, nothing resembling the map or the places of Majora's Mask. The only place I can recognize is the door to the thief in Icona Canyon, I think it's called. The words are all mumbled up when a floating purple thing says something. This is only what I could make out without everything he said. Believing in your friends and embracing that belief by forgiving these feelings you have, but that's all I can make out. Next it says, it's all happened after somebody thrust open the doors of that S. After that he says, you bring light into darkness, I am the king of Ikara, the king. Then I cannot read what it is. Next it says, the spell binding that had been cast upon us had broken by the light. It's really confusing to even read off this. That's all I could be bothered to make out, since the rest of the video just doesn't seem to connect, except the interesting part is when a man talks about Ben. Listen.
Something about, I don't know, a boy dying here some time ago. It's meaningless to me, but people's superstitions make for great house prices.
There's a whole lot more to be put in this story. I could go on speaking for easily 2 hours. This is just the main part of the story. I think if you have any more concerns due to Ben, I want to go deeper into the video, don't hesitate to ask, because I missed out a lot of stuff. But remember, Ben does not exist, and this is all fake, but this is just a really good viral story, and it is really a good thing just to, you know, see all the clues and all the holes and stuff, because I think that was Jadusable's job, and he did very well at that. But I mean, I will be doing more creepypasta videos, but I don't think they'll be as good as what this one was, as in story wise. I mean, there's a bunch of other good ones, but I don't think they'll be as long, which was really be a lot easier for me, because this one took me it took me 2 hours to write the script, because I needed to get everything just right, and then I had to memorize the script. Yeah, I had to memorize everything I said in that video off by heart, and that took about, I'm not going to even go to how long it took about, but I memorized it. I memorized paragraph by paragraph. There's a way I memorize stuff, but I'm not going to go into that. And then the editing, oh my god, the editing. I've been up, it's 10 to 11 right now. I wrote the script yesterday. It's 10 to 11 right now, and I think I started editing around 10 in the morning, and I've kind of just, I think if I just sat here and edited all through the day, and I added up all that time, probably about 8 hours editing. Why? Because I'm new to editing. The pictures I had to find, the videos I had to find around, the downloading I had to do for the videos, the captures I had to do for the videos, the editing of the pictures I had to do, deleting the pictures that I didn't want, finding new pictures, re-editing the videos, or the thing kept crashing sometimes, so I had to wait, and it was just a lot of work. But I love this kind of project, and I hope you all enjoyed it too, and tune in for the next creepypasta Riddler video. Peace.